It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Dak going to start out going to the air. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Prescott now. And incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. On play action, here's Williams. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Blue. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Second down and a yard. To the air, Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Two yards to go, 2nd down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Williams. That went behind his man, incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin with a carry for Blue. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now 2nd and 5. They go again with Blue. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Finds Pickens outright. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run up the middle here with blue. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Second and a couple. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Throw out wide is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Out of the gun, they run with blue. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Prescott to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now this airmailed to the sideline. It's incomplete, and there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's third down. Play action. Now Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. DeMarvion overshown, the one to bring him down. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. and the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Blue. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A dependable running back is a coordinator's best friend, someone you can trust in those situations to push forward and get the yardage you need however possible.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. He hits Blue. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go with Blue between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Toss play to the right to Blue. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They hand it off. It's Blue. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Aubrey now for the PAT. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call student body right because you had everyone on that side, including the fullback leading. In the pros, they don't call it that, but it's still the same result.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. To throw, Williams. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Throwing is Williams.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
To throw, it's Williams.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players, and when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because oftentimes you could be wrong, but that receiver will make you right. But it won't happen every time. Good defenders know this, and they get attracted to the football.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Prescott now. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing, Prescott.
Right back to Tolbert.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And again, it's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now Prescott.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But he turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. He's to midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's Williams.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That is caught.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
To the air, Williams. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Williams going to look to throw again.
And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Operating from the gun, Williams.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Williams.
That is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
From the gun, here's Swift. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
You could tell he was searching for a hole, trying to find a running lane. There just was none to be found.
Yeah, that's because the big guys in the middle are just clogging everything up. Might want to think about stretching the line splits out a little bit. Make those guys cover a little bit more ground. Maybe you'll find some more room for your runners.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go. Back to throw. Williams.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice gain there for a first down.
Here's Swift. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. Off the bootleg, it's Williams.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bears are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On to give, this is Blue. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Williams.
To the right side, and he's got more, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Williams. Escaping the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. Now that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it.
Left side to Lamb.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
On play action, they'll throw.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Prescott. Drops it to Blue, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Prescott from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To the air again, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
So a tiptoe catch back of the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents were telling them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get going again. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A pass complete to Odunze.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Here's Swift. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. To throw, Williams. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams.
And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
On play action, here's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
1st down, and they go with Swift again.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
To the air, Williams.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Micah Parsons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
partner. I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been really good converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Prescott off play action. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw is Prescott. He hits Blue. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Prescott. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And again, it's Prescott. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns. But in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bears now ready to take over again. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Looking to throw is Williams. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Play action. Now Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Prescott now.
Completes this one to Pickens.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Prescott now from the 50.
Left side to Lamb.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown of the 2-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
He'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
They'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Back to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And his throw is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
On play action, here's Williams. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in, and he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good, and we may be on our way to overtime. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Cowboys offense and CeeDee Lamb ready to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Dak. Drops it to Blue, complete. And he's going to have a first down, but he's tackled inbounds up near midfield. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Here's Dak.
He's got this to Pickens.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here's first down.
They run with blue.
He'll take it inside the 25.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 for 2 tonight. This will be for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Final 2 seconds. This is it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.